Pause and practice activity Word 1-2. For this activity, we'll be using the document that we created in activity 1-1. I already have this document open, and as before, we're going to go ahead and save this. So I'll go to the File, Save As option, and here you don't have to go to Browse. You can actually just come up here and make the change. It's because we're going to be saving it into the same location as the other document is stored. So go ahead and press Save. We're next going to be placing some information into this document from another Word document. I already have that open, so I'll go down to the taskbar at the bottom of the screen, choose the other document that I want to copy from. You'll notice that there are some spelling errors in this document, but these will be taken care of a little later. So here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this text. There are a couple of ways to select all the text. One is I could just hold the left mouse button down and select the text. Another is I can use the keyboard and press Ctrl-A, and this can select the text. There's also several ways to copy this text. One of those is once it's selected, I can hover over it with the cursor, right-click, and then choose the copy option. I could also hold down the Control key and then press the C. Now that we've copied this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move back to the other document, and we're going to paste it here. Now we'll place our cursor at the end of the best regards text. I'm going to enter a space since there isn't one there to begin with. There are several ways here to copy this, or to paste this. I could right-click and choose Paste here, and there's lots of options to paste this. Typically, keep text only is how I would do this. Another way would be to press the Control V, and this will paste that text there as well. We're going to go up to the Home tab on the ribbon, and then we'll come down to the Clipboard group and open up the Clipboard dialog. Here you'll notice that the text that we copied is shown below here. Here we could choose this drop-down option next to it and click Paste, and this will paste this into our document. The Clipboard dialog box is very useful because we could have multiple items copied and then choose them as necessary to paste into a document. Go ahead and close this. Now, one thing that we need to notice here is that the font is different between this top paragraph and the paragraph that we entered. This top one is Calibri Body, and then this one is Times New Roman 11. We like this item to be the same font as this one up here, and we can do something called a Format Painter to make that change. So we'll go ahead and select this paragraph. Up in the Clipboard group is this option called Format Painter. So I'll click that, and notice that that stays highlighted, and then I will choose the text that we inserted, and this will make the changes. Notice that it actually put the proper paragraph mark between these paragraphs. We'll next go ahead and copy a word. This word will be disclosure. I can do this by selecting that word. I can do that by double-clicking it. Once again, there are multiple ways of copying this to a new location. I could do the Control-C option, move to the appropriate location, and then press the Control-V. I did that a little too much. Or I could choose this, hold the Control key down, select the word with the left mouse button, drag it to the appropriate location, and let my left mouse button go. We'll move on by putting a date into the document and highlighting it. So we'll go ahead and highlight this information that is just a placeholder, the word date in the brackets around it. And then I'll start typing a date. So we'll do January, and I'll just take today's date, press the Enter key. And then I'm going to highlight this by going up to the font toolbar, clicking the text highlight color, then the drop down next to it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose yellow for this highlighting. I'll then come down and choose that date. We'll next change the font for the entire document, so I'll press Control A, and as before, this will select all of the text. We'll move up to the font group, and we'll choose a different font. And here we'll go ahead and we're going to choose Cambria. So let me scroll down until I find it. And all of our text is changed, and I'll just click anywhere in the document to unhighlight what we'd selected. And we're going to next change some case and spacing of some words and a line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double click on Subject. I'll move up to the font group, then to the uppercase option, and choose uppercase. I'll then choose the entire subject line. We'll go up to the font group. We'll choose the Advanced tab, then the spacing, and then Expanded option. And we'll adjust this to 1.5 points. If you look down below, you can see the change that this would be making. So it just makes the spacing between the letters a little larger. And we'll click the OK button. And for the final thing in this activity, we're going to be changing some font styles. So let's go ahead and we're going to choose the email address here in the last paragraph. We'll go to the font color in the font group, and I'm just going to choose a blue color here. And we'll go ahead and underline this text. So I'll go ahead and highlight it. I could go up here on the font group and choose the underline button, or I could just press the Control and U key and this will underline it as well. We'll go ahead and select the name here, and we'll go ahead and choose the font dialog box. We'll then choose the font option, and then we'll go ahead and choose the small caps button and close this. I could have done small caps as well up under the font group here. Now then select the title, and we'll italicize this. I could press the Control I button to do this, but I'll go up to the font group and select the italicize option. Lastly, we'll choose the location and we'll bold this. I could do Control B or choose bold from the font group. Let's go ahead and save the document, and we're done with this pause and practice activity.